Well, good afternoon. Welcome to Jack Williams Stadium. Cross River rivalry here this afternoon between the Post 2 Bombers and Moorhead Golds. Set to kick off here in just a few minutes. One of three games here this afternoon, early evening. Following this game will be Post 2 and Post 21, Fargo versus Moorhead. Military night here at Jack. Defensively, we'll take a look at the Bombers here pitching tonight. Caleb Brigham behind the plate. Don't have my list here in front of me. I guess I didn't write that down. So, who's catching? Beckham catching here tonight. First baseman Hudson Stein. Second, Dominic Dybert. Shortstop Graydon Olson. Third baseman tonight, Jonah DeYoung. Left fielder, Jay Jagger. Center field, Landon Hale. And in right field is Grant Goddard for the Bombers. Here come the Schmitz leading it off here. I think it's Austin Schmitz. I got Schmitz out of that, talking to PA announcer here about pronunciation. Foul ball down the third base line, no balls and a strike. Schwant. One ball, one strike, top of the first inning. Fouled back out of play, 2 strikes. What did we get for a pronunciation on this? Schwant? Schwantz. Yeah. Isn't that what I said to start with? Schwantz. Popped into left field. Outmade there. A few more cooks in the kitchen than necessary, but one out here to start the top of the first inning. Jonah Horan, the batter, left fielder for the Golds, number 21. Member of that Horan family over there in Moorhead. Ball inside. Crowd trickling in here this evening. Should have a good crowd as the night goes on. Again, military night here at Jack Williams. Ball outside. Fouled back. There's a ground ball to second. Fielded on to first. 2 away. Dybert there. Bring up number 7, catcher Carter Hutari. The batter. 2 down here as we start the top of the first inning. Pitch grounded to third. Picked up across the infield, throw off the bag, but first baseman makes the tag, and that's 3 up, 3 down for the Golds. We'll be back in 40 seconds. Welcome back. Jack Williams Stadium. Bottom of the first inning here. No score. Golds Bombers. Second game here this afternoon for the Bombers. Bombers played right before this one, beating their inter-club rival, the Jets. 1-run win. Kind of been a winner-take-all makeup game. Bombers back out here this afternoon against the Golds. Taking a look at the Blues defensively, or I should say the Golds defensively. Pitcher Greg Knoll there. Almost hit by the throw down by catcher Carter Hoteri. First base Easton Grochi. Second baseman Austin Schmitz. Schwantz. Here comes Brigham leading off for the Bombers. Pitching tonight, this afternoon. Takes a ball. 1 ball, no strike. Golds, of course, coached by Steve Timmer. Absolute legend in the coaching business. Timmer's tenure with the Moorhead Golds goes back at least 35 years. Probably more than that. Two balls and a strike. Two now to Brigham batting here. Grounder to second. Fielded on the first one away. Gonna bring up Landon Hale, center fielder. Back-to-back players whose number is the same as their position. Hale, number 8, playing in center.
Center fielder number 8, Landon Hale.
Pitched in the earlier game. Pretty good outing against the Jets. Pitch here outside. Golds 15-17 this year. 2 games under 500. Two balls and a strike. 2-1 high. Strike, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count. High. Hale works a multi-pitch walk there. Give the Bombers their first base runner. That's going to bring up number 10, Jonah DeYoung, playing at third base.
Number 10, Jonah DeYoung.
Pitch to DeYoung in for a strike. No wind here this afternoon. Hale leads off at first. Going, throw up the line into center field. Hale's going to take third. Just like that, the Bombers have a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the first inning. The Golds faced off against the Flyers earlier this summer. Not sure if they played the Bombers yet this year. Golds. First meeting here between these two teams. Out at first. 6-3 there for DeYoung, but that'll bring in Hale, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Bombers. Gonna bring up Dominic Dibert.
25, Dominic Dibert.
Dibert, the second baseman here this afternoon, swings and misses. One of two Diberts here in the Post 2 program. Dibert swings and misses at a second one. Of course, their dad, Josh, played many years ago, 92-93 for Post 2, so fouled back. Still 2 strikes. Ball outside to Dibert. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here, bottom of the first inning. 1 run already in for the Bombers. There's a swing and a miss, and that'll do it. No, not before the Bombers push in a run. It's 1-0 at the end of 1. Carter Olson leads it off for the Golds. Grounded foul. No ball. No balls and a strike here to Olson. Shortstop for Moorhead. Ball outside. Beckham starts the second. He winds and delivers. Ball outside. 3 balls and a strike now to Olson. Here's a swing and a miss. Count full. Full count pitch. Grounded foul down the third baseline. Foul down the third baseline. Three balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Top of the second here. Olson draws a walk. Nolan Worth, the batter. Worth hit by pitch there. 2 on now for the Golds. Kieran Poots, the batter. Oh, pitch right, bunt right back to the mound. They're going to get the lead runner there. Poots reaches on a fielder's choice. Olson goes down 1-5. Jake Warzeka, the batter.
Center fielder, Jack Morzeka.
Gonna handwriting here from the Moorhead coaching staff. We're trying to cut through the pronunciation on some of these names. Our apologies to any Moorhead listeners out there. Foul down the third base line. No balls and a strike here. Golds have 2 on, threatening to tie this game up. Top of the second inning. High and in. Jeremiah Beckham, the pitcher here for the Bombers, finds himself in a touch of a jam. Throw back to second. First baseman Stein playing on the grass. There's a fly to left. Left fielder corrals it 2 away. I've got Groce, Easton, Groce.
That's not first baseman, Easton Groce.
First baseman number 6 bats. Ground ball to second. Dybert scoops it up, throws to first, puts the Golds away here without any damage done. The end of 1.5. Still 1-0 Bombers. Back after this. Welcome back, Jack Williams here. A little between innings acknowledgement of the armed forces here. It's military night at Jack Williams. Thanks to Brad Cusey coming up into the booth helping us with some of the pronunciations. Of course, Brad has done PA over at Matson Field for, well, since Brad and I were in high school, so good to see that Brad's still supporting Post 21 over there in Moorhead for the Moorhead baseball program. Easton Gross will lead off here. Well, that'll be next inning. Flip my card. Hudson Stein, the first batter here for the Bombers. Bottom of the second inning. All right, Stein the batter here, leading off for the Bombers in the bottom half of the second inning. Bombers with a 1-0 lead. Brad gives us the thumbs up. Obviously, we had Hudson's name pronounced correctly. There's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Stein. Fouled back. Foul back. Oh, now they got number 11 pitching. No. Trying to clarify. It's definitely 11. 2 balls, 2 strikes here. Stein swings and drives one to left field. That ball's going to fall in. 1 hop the wall. Stein will be in standing with a double to lead off the second inning. Gonna bring up Jay Jagger for the Bombers.
Who's that number 11? Joey Jagger.
Joey Jagger. Sorry about that. Can't understand my own handwriting here. So runner at second for the Bombers here in the second inning. Ball outside. Foul. Out of play. One ball, 1 strike. 2 balls and a strike to Jagger. Runner on second. Stein doubling to lead off the bottom of the second inning for the Bombers. Jagger squares the bunt but pulls back. 3 balls and a strike. Ball high and away. Jagger earns a walk, puts runners on first and second now for
Number 3, Graydon Olson.
Braden Olson, the batter. Shortstop. He squares the bunt, puts it down in front of the plate. Pitcher scoops it up on first, moves the runners over, did his job there, sacrifice bunt.
Number 5, Christian Gomez.
Going to bring up the designated hitter, Christian Gomez. Couple runners in scoring position here. Bombers looking to add to their lead. There's a strike on the outside corner. No balls and a strike to Gomez. Ball outside. One ball, one strike, one out. Runners on second and third here for the Bombers. They bat in the bottom of the second. Throw down to second, not in time. Gomez takes a ball outside. 2 balls and a strike. Ball 3, 3-1. Ball 4, just like that. Bombers have the bases full.
Right fielder Grant Goddard.
Bring up Goddard, the right fielder, number 14. Chance to open up a little bit of a lead here for the Bombers. First pitch. Outside. Ball 2 down low, 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch just missed. 3 balls, no strikes. Look close. Count full now to Goddard. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases full of Bombers right now. There's a ground ball to short. On to second, over to first. Timely double play for the Golds to get themselves out of one heck of a jam. The end of 1.5, still 1-0 Bombers. Back after this. Easton Gross leads it off. Number 6, the first baseman. Yeah. Nope, number 28. They're changing on us here. Ball outside. You said that was Connor Netker? Netzger. Connor Netzger. Well, sometimes the umpires don't give us a heads up here on substitutions. So we figure it out on ourselves. So now we've got another substitution. Yep. No, this is number 10, isn't it? You sure?
Yeah, it's number 10.
Oh, I had this written down as 0. Schwartz. It's Schwartz. It's Schwartz. Sorry. It's Schwartz. Brad's going to come up here again. He's growling down there on the third baseline. Haran, Jonah Haran now the batter, number 21. Still struggling up here in the press box with some of the pronunciations, but we'll get there. There's a line drive by Haran for a single. Otari now the batter. Otari.
Catcher number 7, Carter Hari. Is that Japanese?
Ball outside. Golds runners on first and second here, top of the third. Trailing the Bombers by a run. First meeting between these two teams this season. Tari takes a ball low. 2 balls, no strikes. Tari grounds it to short. On On to second for one, over to first, not in time. Force at second for the second out. Tari on to first. Fielder's choice. On to third goes Netzger. Here's the shortstop, Carter Olson. A strike. Also retired 1-5 in the first inning after reaching on a ball bounces away from the catcher. Now with runners on second and third. Ball outside, bases now loaded. Golds with a chance here to climb back. Brings up number 27, Nolan Worth.
27, Nolan Worth.
First pitch smashed down the first baseline. No, bases full of Golds here. 1 out, 2 outs. Top of the third inning. Golds trying to get on the scoreboard here against the Bombers. Bases loaded. There's a strike. No balls, 2 strikes here to Worth. Jeremiah Beckham trying to get out of this jam. Oh, inside, got him in the arm. Oh. Calling it a foul ball. It went off his bat. Not quite sure. He's going to coordinate here with trying to figure out how they're going to play this one. It appeared pretty clearly hit the batter, but I'm not sure what they're discussing right now. He's going to get the base. So Worth hit by pitch. It's going to bring in Netzger. Going to tie the game. Brings up Kieran Putz. Almost got him. Putz, the right fielder. For Moorhead here with a chance to give the Golds a lead. Beckham delivers outside. Starting to lay. Oh, did they change pitchers? No. Oh. That would explain it. My apologies. I've been talking about Beckham, and it's Brigham. Beckham, Brigham. It's Caleb Brigham who's starting to labor a little bit out there. Top of the third inning, 2 balls and a strike. There's a strike, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two pitch. Grounded to short. take the out in front of them at third, and that'll do it for the Golds, but not before they put a run across. It's 1-1 at the end of 2.5. Back after this. Brigham leads it off for the Bombers. Olsen now in the pitch for the Golds. In relief of Satrowski. Ball high, 3 balls, no strikes. Brigham takes a strike. Bottom of the third inning here, score tied at 1. Ball high, Brigham draws a walk to lead off the third inning.
Center fielder Lennon Hale.
He's going to bring up Hale, the center fielder, number 8. Scored in the first inning. There's a strike on the outside corner. No balls and a strike. Throw over to first. Brigham slides in. Brigham runs, throw, not in time, steals second base. Hale now with a chance to knock a runner in. 0-2 pitch outside, ball gets away. Brigham's going to scoot over to third base now, 90 feet away from giving the Bombers a 2-1 lead. DeYoung on deck as Hale 1-2 here, nobody out. Bottom of the third inning. So foul back. One ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Hale the batter. Inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. First of 2 games here this evening. 2-2 pitch popped up towards first. First baseman over towards the Bombers dugout. Makes the catch, retires Hale. Gonna bring up Jonah DeYoung. One away now for the Bombers. Young pops it foul behind the first base line. No balls and a strike. So this is the first game here this evening. Second game coming up after this will be the Post 21 Blues traveling over here to play the Fargo Post 2 varsity. Another foul and out of play for DeYoung. Of course, it's military night here at Jack Williams, so we're taking time to commemorate our servicemen and women. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Understand there will be a full color guard between games here tonight. National anthem that'll start our 7 o'clock game. Line to first. Makes the catch, 2 away.
Second baseman number 25, Dominic Dibert.
Gonna bring up Dominic Dibert, second baseman. He's retired on strikes in his first at bat. First pitch in for a strike. There's another swing and a miss by Dibert. Finds himself in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the third inning here. Golds and Bombers tied. Gold's got 1 in the third to tie the game. Bombers scored first in the bottom of the first. Dibert pops it up. Shortstop makes the catch, and that retires the Bombers here in the third after 3 complete, 1-1. Top of the fourth inning here at Jack Williams. Morzeka, the batter, grounds to short. On to first, one away. He's going to bring up Netsker. Is it not Netsker? Will they change again? Not Netsker. It is Netsker. I don't. Number 16. Oh, didn't Netsker bat in this spot last time? Ah, that would explain it. Easton Gross. It's Gross. But Brad's going to come up here and. Yep. So Gross the batter, no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, top of the fourth. Gold's Bombers tied at 1. Thanks to those of you listening from home or abroad. There's a ball inside. There's a ground ball, base hit for Gross into right field.
Number 28, Connor Metzger.
I don't know what I've got wrong in my book here, but Gross with the single to right brings up Netsker. Grounds to third. On to second, one over to first. Not in time. Nice looking, almost double play there. Fantastic execution by the Bombers. Two away here. Schwartz now the batter. Top of the fourth inning. Bombers execute well. Just talking to one of my scouting friends, also known as my 17-year-old son, telling me just how fantastic this team is. Well, the Bombers, Pat. Well executed fundamental team, in his opinion. Trained professional, of course, as he hovered over a bowl of Lucky Charms this morning. 1-1 pitch, high and outside. Schwartz has flown to left twice. There's a fly to center. Hale underneath it. Makes the catch. And a 3.5, still 1-1. We'll be back after this. Stein beats that one out. Bombers get their first base runner here. Start the bottom of the fourth.
Number 11, Joey Jagger.
Jagger now the batter, runner on first. One, bottom of the fourth inning. Stein steals second. Jagger the batter here, 2 balls, no strikes. Swings and hits one down the third base line. That's by the diving third baseman. It's going to bring Stein around and give the Bombers a 2-1 lead. So Jagger with a double here.
Shortstop, number 3, Braden Olson.
Brings up Graydon Olson, the shortstop. Fouled back, no balls and a strike. Ooh, throw to second, got him. Jagger kind of dancing off the bag at second. Gets picked off for the first out here. Two balls, no strikes. Olson the batter, 1 run in, 1 out here, bottom of the fourth inning. Popped foul and out of play. Two-one pitch. That strike called, and to peel it down to Bam Bam. Oh, obviously it was a 2-2 pitch. That's a strikeout. So Olson goes down looking. It's going to bring up Christian Gomez.
Number 14,
Brings up number 5, Christian Gomez. Gomez takes a ball. 2 outs here for the Bombers. One run across. Ground ball to short. Gobbled up and on to first for the third out. That retires the Bombers here in the inning, but not after they get a run to take a 2-1 lead.
Powers get 2 runs on 2 hits.
Back to Jack Williams, top of the 5th inning. Gold's bat leading off with Jonah Horan, left fielder. Singled in his last at bat. Ground to second in his first at bat, 1 for 2 tonight. There's a fly ball into center field. Hale chasing, not going to come up with it. A second hit there tonight for Jonah. Carter Hutari now the batter. Nobody out here. Golds get their first runner of the inning. Find themselves down 2-1 here to the Bombers. Action down in the Golds bullpen. There's a fly ball out to right. Scooped in. They got a chance to get the runner at first. No. If that throw been a little bit more on line, they may have had him, but throw there from the right field. Right fielder Goddard pulled Stein off the base. So Hutari retired. So fly to the right fielder for the first out, brings up Carter Olson. Herman still at first. Throw to first, Horan back in time. One ball, one strike. Mentioned longtime Golds coach Steve Timmer, still in the dugout. Here's that his son Skyler now takes his spot in the third base coaching box. Skyler still plays for Concordia in the spring. Fantastic ball player. One ball, two strikes. Foul down the third base line. Another foul down the third base line. 2-1 here. Bombers leading. Top half of the 5th inning. Golds with the tying run on first. One out. Another foul ball into the bullpen. Hit the bullpen catcher. Kind of glanced his glanced the bullpen catcher right in the leg there. There's a ground ball to short, possible double play. On to second, over to first. Double play, 6-4-3 there for the Bombers, perfectly executed. Guess that scouting report I got this morning was 100% accurate. That's going to be the end of the top of the 5th inning for the Golds, with the Bombers leading 2-1 back after this. Bottom of the fifth inning here from Jack Williams. Bombers coming to bat, leading 2-1. Grant Goddard leads it off. Right fielder. Goddard fouls it. Kind of dies just down the third base line. No balls and a strike. Back to that story I was just talking about with, well, I had it up here. No balls and a strike here to Goddard. Bottom of the fifth inning. Bombers clinging to a 2-run lead. Two balls and a strike now. Goddard knocks one down the third base line. Past the glove of the third baseman, number 27. That's a single down the left field line. So Goddard reaches here. Brings up the leadoff hitter, Caleb Brigham. Squares to bunt, drops one back to the mound. Going to get the runner over, almost beats it out, but retired 1-3 there on a nice sac bunt. Brings up the center fielder, Landon Hale. Hale flies to center. 2 away here for the Bombers. Brings up DeYoung. So as of 2010, 0-1, ball down, 1-1. So 1-1 pitch here to DeYoung. High, ball 2. There's a little looper into center field. That ball's going to drop and get by the center fielder. DeYoung's going to cruise into second with a stand-up double. It's going to bring in Goddard to give the Bombers a 3-1 lead.
Number 25, Dominic Diver.
Got it. Well, clarification there from Pat on how you would describe that particular single to center. So Goddard scores on the DeYoung hit to center. Probably score that a single with an E8 to allow him to advance to second. Can't repeat on air how Pat provided a technical definition of that. So Dibert bats. Dibert 0 for 2. strikeout. Pop out shortstop. So Steve Timmer, the Moorhead coach, has been coaching for 48 years. Just doing my math online here. Coaching since 1975. Seems insane. Dibert hit on the back of the jersey there. He's going to march down to first base.
Number 21, Hudson Stein.
Inducted into the American Legion Coaching Hall of Fame in 2021. Earned his 1,000th win in 2010, so goodness knows how many wins he's had since 2010. So pretty good guy, Steve Timmer. Brings up Stein. Runners on first and second. One across already here for the Bombers. Trying to add to their lead. First meeting between these two teams. Stein skies one to left. That'll retire the side. Bombers get a run. And 2 hits. 2 hits? Yeah. 2 hits and a run. So back after this.
Runners left on.
Worth leads it off for the Golds. Hit him.
Fielder Kieran Butts.
Putts now the batter. Golds get their first runner here to start the top of the 6th inning. Gold's going to need a couple runs to stay in this one. Ball low, 1 ball, no strikes. Another ball low, 2 balls, no strikes. Puts fouls it off. 2 balls and a strike. Oh, there's a strike. Got the way outside corner. 2-2 now to Putts. Kieran Putts, the batter. Takes a ball down low, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Worth on first. Here's a ground ball to short. Looks like a double play. Miller kind of initially kicked it. Gets the lead runner. Worth going to second. Putz is going to make it to first on a fielder's choice. Brings up Warzeka, center fielder for the Golds. 0 for 2 tonight. Fly to left, grounded short. Warzeka drops one to center. Hale measures it, and he'll make the catch, 2 away. It's going to bring up Easton Gross. Try to pronounce that before Pat does.
First baseman, Easton Gross.
Gross, the first baseman. Singled in his last at bat. Two away here for the Golds with the runner on first. First pitch outside a ball. Military night here at the stadium. Military night here at Jack Williams, sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce of West Fargo, Moorhead, and Dilworth. Appreciate their sponsorships and donations to this important event. Honor our servicemen and women, young and old. There's a fly ball, center field. Second baseman Dybert goes out and grabs it. Nice little running catch there for Dybert. It's going to retire the Golds.
So what was that?
End to 5.5.
1 hit?
3-1.
They have a hit? he hasn't
No,
hit that.
no hits.
Number 11, Joey Jagger.
Jagger leads it off here in the bottom of the 6th for the Bombers. Bombers leading 3-1. Jagger knocks one to left field. Over the head of the left fielder. Going to be a double. You think so? Yeah, I'd give that a double. I mean, outfielder is running backwards. I mean, would you give Willie Mays an error on that catch that he made? That same scenario. Well, I'm just saying, if he would have dropped that ball, was that an error or a hit? Who hit that ball? So Jagger at second here to start the bottom of the 6th. Bombers leading 3-1. This crosstown rivalry with the Moorhead Golds. More baseball after this. Moorhead Blues will be here against Post 2. Be our nightcap. Pitch down low. Olson, runner at second. No balls, 2 strikes. Olson takes ball 3. Moorhead Blues players starting to stream in here. Anticipate a good crowd for our second game this evening. Olson fouls it nearly off the water fountain down the first base line. Two balls, 2 strikes. Ball 3 outside. So Jagger starts the inning with a double, sits at second. Nobody out here for the Bombers, trying to add to their 3-run lead. Ground ball to third. Looks the runner back. Now they got Jagger in a rundown, but a bad throw. Drops the ball, goodness sakes. That's going to allow Olson to advance all the way to second. Not sure, it probably had an out there. Dropped the ball, looked like it was the issue on that one. Nonetheless, Bombers now have runners on second and third here in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's going to bring up Gomez. So Olson reaches second on an awkward fielder's choice. Jagger advances to third, brings up Gomez, grounded out in his last at bat. That ball skips away. We're going to have a play at the plate here. Ball gets by the pitcher. Jagger comes in to score, making it 4-1. Olson moves to third. So Jagger scores, could have been out at third, reaches on a drop ball, could have been out at home plate, reaches on a bad throw. Bombers lead 4-1. 1-1 now to Gomez. And ball outside. Second game for this umpire crew. Not sure if they'll be sticking around for the evening game. Be a long day for Bam Bam. That ball's hit into left field for a base hit. It's going to bring Olson in to score. 5-1 now for the Bombers.
Number 14, Grant Goddard.
3 games in one day for Bam would be a long one. It's going to bring up Goddard now. Gomez on first with a single. Still nobody out here in the home half of the 6th. 5-1. Bombers lead. Ball skips away from the catcher. Gomez is going to move down to second base. Foul ball down the left field line. 2 balls and a strike now. To Goddard, Gomez on second. Two 1 pitch, high. 3 balls and a strike. Foul ball down the third base line into the bullpen. Got a band setting up here down the first base line. Little music here between games. Strike 3 called on Goddard for the first out. The Bombers going to bring us to the top of the order, and Brigham 0 for 1. Ground out walk and a sac bunt. In his last at bat, he bunts again, foul. Well, military night here at Jack Williams, so likely be getting some patriotic music there from the band. No balls and a strike to Brigham. Fouled back. No balls, 2 strikes. 5-1 here for the Bombers. One in the first. 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, and now 2 here in the 6th. Gold's got 1 in the 3rd. Ball in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The ground ball to third. Scooped up across the infield. Brigham goes down 5-3. 2 away. Bring up DeYoung. Sorry, Hale.
Number 8, Len Hale.
Hale walked. His first at bat. Flew out to the first baseman and then the center fielder his last 2 at bats. Scored in the first inning. 0-1 pitch is high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Two outs here, bottom of the 6th inning. Hale knocks one down the third base line, foul. bouncing off the top of the earthen mound out there and likely rolling into the river. So 1 ball, 1 strike now to Hale. 2 outs. Bombers got a couple in here in the bottom of the 6th inning, take a 5-1 lead. Hill takes ball 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Ball inside, now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Three-two pitch. Walked him. Runner goes to third. I think they got him. If he hung on to it, they did. Gomez either stealing or not really sure. Must have been a straight. Didn't appear like it was a straight steal. Maybe he thought there were. I think he thought so too. So nonetheless, Gomez thrown out to end the 6th inning. End of 6, 5-1 Bombers. We'll be back 40 seconds. Fly ball down the right field line, foul. Number 29. Kuzi the batter. Takes the ball outside, hit the first one quite a ways down that right field line towards the 300 sign. Takes a ball low. QZ quick to get back in. Lines went into right field for a base hit. No single for QZ here to start the inning. Schwartz now the batter. QZ reaches on a single. Schwartz. Ball outside. One ball, no strikes. So Bombers got a 5-1 lead here. We head to the top. top of the 7th. There's a strike. Looking to close this game out. There's a ball outside. 88 pitches so far for Brigham. And he walks Schwartz to put runners now at first and second. That's going to be the night for Brigham. And a pitching change here. So Miller comes in for relief of Brigham. 6 innings for Brigham. 1 run. We'll be back after this. Jonah Horan steps in with runners on first and second. Nobody out here for the Golds, trailing 5-1, top of the 7th inning. First pitch outside. Horan has singled twice, grounded to third. I'm sorry, grounded to second. Takes a ball low, 1 ball, 1 strike. One-two pitch, swung on and missed. That couldn't have been the 1-2 pitch. Maybe it's 1-2 now. 2-2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Horan. Fouled back towards the band. Organist had to sort of skip out of the way there. Dixieland Band will be here for game 2 tonight between Blues and the Post 2. Of course, it's military night here at Jack Williams. Horan takes outside, ball 3. Some military equipment in the parking lot. Members of the American Legion here with us. Active service members here as well. So, good night to commemorate our servicemen and women, both current and past. So 3-2 now to Horan, runners on first and second. Gold's trailing 5-1. Swing and a miss. He got Horan on strikes. It's 1 down. Brings up Carter Hatari. Catcher. Takes a strike. The ground ball to first. Skips over the first baseman's glove. That's going to load the bases. Here for the Golds with just one out. It's a single there for Hatari. Stein made a play for it, bounced over his glove. Brings up Olsen now. Pops it up, infield fly. It's going to be the second out here of the inning. So brings up Worth, bases loaded, Golds down to their last out here, trailing by 4. Worth swings and misses. There's a base hit back up the middle by Worth. One run's going to score. Oh, they hold the second runner. Probably a good call. Hale came up throwing there, and one hops it to the catcher. So brings up Putz, right fielder. Base is still loaded. 5-2 now. Putz represents the go-ahead run. Schwartz at third. There's a ground ball. Fielded by the third baseman. Across the infield. Draws Stein off the bag. That's going to make it 5-3 now for the Golds. Schwartz comes in to score. Putz reaches on probably a throwing error there. There's a fly to right. Measured up, and that'll do it. Number 15 swings at the first pitch there, down by a couple runs, but flies out F9. That's going to be the end of this game here for the Golds. 3 runs on 7 hits, 3 errors. For the Bombers, 5 runs on 7 hits, no errors. Bombers are going to win this game here tonight. Stay tuned. We've got the post 2 and Moorhead Blues coming up here. First pitch at 7 o'clock.